What if I told you that despite Nintendo's seemingly packed schedule, Luigi's Mansion 4 could still release this year? At first, it sounds impossible. We already have games like the Star Fox remake and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and whatever surprises Nintendo still has planned for the rest of 2026. But when you actually look at Nintendo's release calendar, there may be a perfect opportunity for Luigi's Mansion to sneak in. And honestly, there are more clues than you might think. Let's start with the most obvious reason. October is completely open. Luigi's Mansion and Halloween go together perfectly. Nintendo already knows this. Both previous Luigi's Mansion games were heavily associated with the spooky season, and Nintendo has shown that they love timing releases around holidays and themes. If Nintendo wants to release Luigi's Mansion 4, an October launch makes almost too much sense. And Grand Theft Auto 6 launches on November 19th, Nintendo could simply release Luigi's Mansion the month earlier. A family-friendly first-party Nintendo game isn't even competing for the same audience as GTA 6. Someone buying GTA 6 probably isn't deciding between that and Luigi's Mansion 4. Nintendo has proven many times that it doesn't always avoid big releases from other companies because its audience is often completely different. Another reason Luigi's Mansion 4 feels possible is because of the rumored timeline for Nintendo's Mario games. There are growing rumors that the next 3D Mario game is targeting 2027. If that's true, that suddenly creates a huge opening in Nintendo's 2026 lineup. Nintendo usually likes having at least one major game connected to the Mario universe every year. No new 3D Mario in 2026 means there's room for another big Mario-related title. And what franchise has become one of Nintendo's most successful spin-offs? Luigi's Mansion. The series has gone from being a small GameCube launch title to one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. Luigi's Mansion 3 sold millions of copies and became one of Luigi's biggest successes ever. So if Nintendo wants a major Mario Universe release in 2026 without launching a full 3D Mario game, Luigi's Mansion 4 suddenly looks like a very logical choice. Then there's Nintendo's holiday lineup. Many fans expect the Ocarina of Time remake to release in November. And honestly, that timing makes sense. There is reportedly no new Pokemon game this holiday season, meaning Nintendo has room for another huge November release. A November Zelda game and an October Luigi's Mansion game could actually work together perfectly. October gets its Halloween game. November gets its massive holiday blockbuster. That's a very Nintendo-like release strategy. Nintendo could be surprisingly confident in its lineup, even with GTA 6 expected to dominate headlines. If Nintendo believes its games can still succeed alongside one of the biggest entertainment launches ever, then a Luigi's Mansion release doesn't seem impossible at all. But here's the biggest reason I think Luigi's Mansion 4 is still on the table. Nintendo's marketing strategy has changed. We're seeing shorter announcement to release windows. Look at the recent example of the Star Fox remake. It was announced in May and released in June. That's an incredibly short marketing cycle. Nintendo no longer needs to announce games years in advance. They can reveal something and release it only a few months later. So even though it's already June and we haven't heard anything about Luigi's Mansion 4, that doesn't automatically rule it out. Nintendo could reveal the game during a late summer presentation and release it in October. That would only be a 2 or 3 month gap, which is completely realistic by Nintendo's current standards. So could Luigi's Mansion 4 still happen this year? I actually think the answer is yes. October's open and fits the franchise perfectly. The rumored absence of a new 3D Mario in 2026 leaves room for another major Mario Universe game. A likely November release for Ocarina of Time creates a clean holiday schedule. Nintendo appears confident enough to release games even around GTA 6. And perhaps most importantly, Nintendo has shown that it doesn't need years of marketing anymore. With shorter announcement cycles becoming more common, Luigi's Mansion 4 could still be announced and released surprisingly quickly. Will it happen? Nobody knows for sure. But if Nintendo has one more major surprise left for 2026, don't be shocked if Luigi ends up spending another Halloween in a haunted mansion. Because right now, Luigi's Mansion 4 feels a lot more possible than most people think.